Well, certainly there's a little bit of a lead into our property investment seminar tonight in terms of where to buy. But joining me at the moment in the studio is the Managing Director of Toop&Toop Real Estate, Anthony Toop. How are you?
Tim, I'm very good. First time in the seat, mate.
It's nice to swap seats.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So, Anthony, a big journey over the last couple of months. Tell us a little bit about how you are and what's been going on.
Okay, for those of you that haven't been following it, I've got cancer of the esophagus, and for those who don't know where the esophagus is, it's the bit that takes the food from your mouth down into your stomach, and I've had a tumour right about here, and so I've been undergoing treatment, as you know, and I've just gone through, if you like, my first mountain climb, which has taken us some fairly serious pain, but chemo and radiotherapy. So there was 5 weeks of that, and in that 5 weeks, it was pretty much pretty reasonably good going. But what I didn't count on is at the chemo and the radio at the end of the 5 weeks. It was the 2 weeks after that I got into trouble. So that was about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and I have to say I'm looking pretty good now, aren't I?
I was going to say that was the next thing. You are looking pretty good, so that's excellent. You mentioned a couple of weeks after the treatment had finished, got a bit tough?
Got really tough. Ended up in hospital, ICU, the full works. Lots of things were complications. It wasn't great, but I must say that in the last 2 to 3 weeks, I'm now fattening up again. Lost a lot of weight. By the way, losing weight is maybe a good thing for most, but it's not a great thing when you're crook. And that's when you do, but I've got an operation coming up on the 10th of August, and that's the next big mountain. So, and we're just preparing for that. So essentially, if you want to put it in those terms, I'm currently at base camp, regrouping, fattening up, getting fit, getting all the chemicals out of my body from round one, ready to go into the next big mountain climb, as fit as I can, and as healthy as I can.
Absolutely, and so keep that up. That's good. And we have got a little bit of excitement between now and then because we've got our awards night coming up.
We have, so we knew always that this would be my little window. So we've got our awards night, which will be naming our top stars, superstars, so stay tuned, Threads, for that. We've also got the seminar, Commonwealth Bank seminar, a couple of other good initiatives. But you know, look, at the end of the day, with Sylvia and the kids and you, Threads, and some of our senior guys, you know, the show just goes on, and all credit to the team. It's been amazing, and if anything, everyone has just lifted. The other point that I think is really important is that getting ready for the awards night, we've actually done the head count, and over a third of our team have been with us 10 years or more.
That's very impressive.
Which is, so it just goes to show that, you know, it's a great group of people. The support that I've personally had from the team has been amazing. The support I've had from people in the community, you out in the community, has just been incredible, so thank you. A lot of people I haven't actually replied to their letters, and I've had heaps and heaps and heaps of letters, texts, emails. I will do. It's just I've been too busy with the doctors. And the other thing that's important to note is I cannot believe, and thank you to a lot of our competitors, long-standing competitors who have given me personal notes, phone calls to say anything we can do, and I just want to say publicly a huge thank you, and it's been really fascinating to see just who's who when you're in this kind of position. So in some ways getting cancer has got a big upside because you really do find out what people are about and what's important and what's not, and it's been very inspirational to have the kind of support that's come out, and it's just that's the blue sky in it.
Well, there's some great people out there. There's no question about that. So that's nice to see,
including my anchor man for Toop TV.
Moving right along, let's talk about the market a little bit, and not so much about what's happening on a daily basis today. There's a couple of things coming up. The Olympics start in a couple of days, and also there's a particular football team that's perhaps not your favourite at the moment, but it's going along pretty well. What's your feeling in terms of how that affects people's confidence out in the marketplace, and you know, some gold medals and some finals appearances and
Well, a couple of things. We rely in real estate on, as you know, confidence. And confidence has been low for a host of reasons. But with the interest rates dropping and that, obviously that's all being reweighted right as we speak. But the big thing that's going to happen with the Crows winning as well as they are, always, it makes people feel better. Mm-hmm. And with the Olympics, without exception, is a distraction from the global issues, a distraction from the power bills going up, from the carbon tax, from all that. It's a major, major distraction. And what happens with people historically, and with both of us been in the business forever, is that people forget their worries, and you'll find a bit of a blip of activity because people actually feel good. They've got the money, they've got their jobs, and they've got low interest rates. We've never had, and the prices are down. There's never been in the last 20 years a better time to be buying up property than right now. I suspect that those people with their houses on the market will do quite well between now and into spring, and depending on what happens in spring. But as we all know, and people don't understand this unless you've been in the middle of it, if a whole lot of property comes on in spring, it stalls the market.
Yes.
So the smart money would be looking at potentially marketing their property counter-cyclic before the spring rush, and while there's a bit of euphoria around, and while, look, honestly, pretty much everyone's got a job, like with very, very low unemployment. Cheapest money we've seen in years and years and years, and property prices are as good as we've seen in 10 years. So that all adds up to a little bit of optimism, and I think for those selling, I think it'll be quite a good time.
My goodness, that sounds like almost a market wrap. But
all right, anyway, it's the way I see it.
It was good, it was good, it was very good. So now we're going to go and have a look at our Going, Going, Gone segment.